But Ali, I just have so much school stuff. I'm so busy with school, with exam, with assignments, with studying, with tutors. I have no time to balance football. I just cannot devote enough time into football to improve and get to where I want to be, which is professional level. I just don't have time. I don't know what to do. Well, guys, I promise you, I've been more busy than you'll ever be in your life while I was at school. This is not to flex, it's to show you the other perspective and also show you how you can take advantage of that by creating yourself the ultimate schedule, the ultimate structure to help you balance football, school, and literally any other commitment that you might have around life at a very high level and still improve amongst all of them. I did this by myself, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same and stop making excuses. So let's get right into it. This video is going to be super, super valuable. Get some pen, get a notebook, get your phone, whatever it might be. Just get ready to take some notes and just dial in with this absolute knowledge. Let me just make this small. Okay. So look, guys, a bit of context about who I am, what I do, right? I was in your shoes, guys. I was in your shoes. To give you context, this is how busy I was when I was 16, chasing my professional club that I now play for, by the way. When I was 16, I was working two jobs, one as a referee, one as a dishwasher at the same time every single week to make some money to cover my investments so I could become a professional one day. Okay, two jobs at once at 16. I started at 14, but I was still continuing at 16. During 16, I made my semi-professional men's debut at the age of 16, playing against grown men, the semi-professional second division in Australia. Super high level at a very young age, playing against 20-year-old people, 30-year-old grown men. I was training with my semi-professional club 5 times a week. On top of this, on my work. Most importantly, I had the most important exams of my life when I was 16, the HSC, which is like the university exams for Australia. Ended up getting a top 1% mark in the whole country. Got an award at school, multiple awards in front of hundreds of people. Got a top 1% mark, which got me in the best university in my country at the time, where I studied a 4-year degree. I'm still studying. It's currently on pause. I got a strength and conditioning degree, certificate, sorry. So I've done all of this at the same time. I got this top 1% mark in the whole country for school. I got a top 1% mark in the whole country for football. While I was working two jobs, while I was had to make time for family, social gatherings, and my mental well-being, all this stuff. So if I can do all of this at the same time, then who are you to say that you have too much time? You have too many commitments. You're too busy. Like, who actually are you? You're just finding excuses, guys. You just find any excuse to throw in front of you to justify the fact that you just don't have what it takes to make a professional. Okay? And I'm not saying this in a discouraging way. I'm just saying this in a way that it is possible. And I want to show you what's actually possible with the right schedule, with the right structure in front of you. Okay? These are the exact systems that I'm going to talk about in this video, with the exact systems that I followed to go from at the age of 14, playing at youth level, lacking confidence, not really good at football, to at 16 making my semi-professional men's debuts, doing really well in schools, to now playing for a professional club here in Madrid, Spain. AD Alcorcon, the same club that once beat Real Madrid 4-0. Real Madrid, they beat 4-0 against a team full of legends. Benzema was playing, Raul was playing. So that's a bit about me, and that's exactly how I was able to balance a lot of things. They always say, jack of all trades, master of none, but this video is going to show you how you can be a master of all trades and still have time for anything else that you want to do with your friends and family. Okay? These are the exact systems that I've used for the last 3 years of my life to get to where I am today, balancing multiple things simultaneously at a high level. And it's the exact systems that I now pass down to all my students inside EFA, with the exact systems laid down, built for them specifically. If you don't know what EFA is, just go check out my Instagram. Here's the 200 players I work with, the parents. DM me EFA on Instagram and tell me that you've watched this video to see if I can help you out and help you do the exact same with my systems. But with that being said, guys, let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to need for this is Google Calendar. Google Calendar. You're going to have to open your laptop. Laptop's most suitable. It doesn't really work on phone. Open up your computer, open up Google Calendar, and be on this page. This is what I used, okay? If you can't have access to it, it's going to be a bit difficult because this video is kind of all centered around Google Calendar, but we can find things to work. You can have a You can make your own document. You can make your own physical, write on physical on a piece of paper, whatever. But Google Calendar is what you need. As you can see, I've made this whole way clear to demonstrate what I'm talking about. But my schedules are usually I do everything on Google Calendar. It tells me everything: my training, my habits, my nutrition, my social events, my tasks, all this stuff. I'm going to tell you guys how you can do the same, so you can balance school, football, social life, everything else. Okay. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, have this application open. You want to make a Google Documents. Okay, Google Documents like this. Let's visit this here. Okay. You want to have an empty Google document or a piece of paper or whatever, and you want to write down every commitment that you have in life. A commitment literally means something that you have to do. You're committing to that task, that event, whatever it might be. Okay. Just brainstorm. Okay. Okay. Football. And also write the frequency next to it. Okay. I'm going to give these examples back when I was 16. This is going to be all about myself. This example is going to be this version of me when I had so many things to balance, all these things. Okay. I'm going to make this video around that, so you guys can take inspiration and do the exact same for yourself. So open up a Google document, write down everything you had at the time. Okay. I had football top 5 times a week. I had gym 3 to 4 times a week. Let's just say 3 for the sake of the video. Actually, wait, I'll just make it simple. I had 4 times football. And then I had studying. $2 a week. With friends. And then these are the main commitments I had at the time. Okay, these are the main commitments I had. So you want to do the exact same, and you want to also write. We'll go main commitments. Like this. Morning routine, food. Morning routine. I was doing obviously food. Like, I'm not gonna write down everything I was doing, guys. Like, I'm just writing the important things. Okay. This was at the time, by the way. It's not current. Okay, I'll keep it very broad, guys. I'll keep it very broad. So you want to write your main commitments, and you also want to write your tasks. Just brainstorm everything you can think of about your lifestyle, the things you have to do every day. Okay. Once you have this, you want to write down days like this. Okay. You want to write days of the week. And then you want to put your main commitments, leave the task for a second. You want to put the main commitments in the exact dates that it belongs to. Okay. So for me, at the time, gym with club. And you also want, so we're niching down. We've first brainstormed everything very vaguely. Now we're niching down to the days, the exact events that you're going to be doing, and also the time stamp. like when, how long is the duration, what time do you have to start, what time you finish, all these things. Okay. Um, so we'll go obviously school, club. I'll do. It is 5 times a week. I was tripping. So individual. And then we'll go school, gym with club. We'll go school, club training. Then I had gym, school. We had school, training. Um, okay. I'm not writing the times at the moment. It's a bit confusing. You can do it however style you want, guys. Whatever is more uh, convenient for you guys. Okay. Oh, cool. This is kind of under daily task. Study. I'm just gonna put both. I'll add studying at the end. Work, study. Oh wait, this was done on. Yeah, this was done on. Like this. Something doesn't add up here. No, that's right. Yeah. We have our yes. And then, sometimes it's not like I'm gonna add it for the sake of it, guys. I'm gonna add it for sometimes instead of I will just go to the beach with okay, like that was also my recovery. So done. You can even go like this to make it easier. I've added that. Added that. Yes. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. What's going on? Yes. Done. Okay. Now you have this. You have this. What we can do, guys, I like to first start off with my habits. So once you have this, you have your exact commitments, the dates, the times are not necessary. You can add them if you want. Now it's time to upload this information onto your own schedule. Now it's actually time to create the schedule that we can follow, the action plan. Okay. You can do, I'm going to do 1 week as example, but you can do this for a month ahead. You can do this for 2 months, 3 months. I'm going to do 1 week. Okay. So instantly create events. Okay. Sleep. We're going to start. I'm going to put it here for a second, guys, so it's a lot easier. Okay. Sunday, I would go to bed like here. And I would wake up let's be generous. Let's say 7. And then we're gonna go repeat. So event, time it starts, time it ends. We're gonna go custom, 1 week. I'm only doing a 1 week. If you wanna do like, you can do 1 month, 1 year, you can do that, okay? It ends on November, Sunday, no, August 23. Yeah. And then we can make like, for me, blue, yeah. Okay. So as you can see, I've added sleep. I've added sleep. Okay. Every day, that's my sleep. I have to be bed at 11. Let's wake up around 7. Okay. Now, the second task we have. Cool. Matter of fact, let me just go like this, guys. So I can go like this between the, yeah, perfect. So I can just alt tab. Okay. Sleep is done. Done. We're going to go, okay. Tick study. Study, study, study. We have study Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the weekends. So, oh, but these are, okay, no problem. I'm gonna go add here, night routine. Brush teeth, blue lights, glasses, 10 pages, roll out adhesions, 3 liter and cal goal complete. When I say cal goal, I mean calorie goal. These are some of the things I would check off every night. Let's make a different color. Okay. And we would go from, this would be from, this would last like 10 to 11. No. Daily. No, custom. And then we go June, July, August to 23rd, every day. Like this. Okay, done. So we also have our, I can put this up here. Can I make this smaller? It's kind of, okay, no, never mind. So now we have our night routine. Consequently, we want to go morning routine. Sunrise, water, in order. Just water, sunrise, sun exposure, grounding, grounding. If I had it, like I don't do it every day. If it was a day that I had to do it, then I would just go like this. And then I'll go. This is not always. And I would go from obviously 7 to. I'm gonna put like 2 hours. And then I'm gonna make it the same color. You want to match, guys. You want to use colors to your advantage. You want to make the same color. That things that have similar meanings, just make it the same color. The one before was red, I believe. So we're gonna go. Yes. Custom on. No. this. Okay, so it's not the same color. I have to go here, orange. Done. Okay. Morning routine, night routine, sleep. So we have to talk about through the day. Okay. Most important events. School. Can't do much. Gonna make it like yellow. Starts from. I'm gonna put overlapping because I have to leave home at 8:45 to walk to school. Luckily, I live close to school, so I could do that. And I'm gonna say like this. By the time I leave school and walk home, it's more like this. Nah, you know what? I'll overestimate it. Oh no, does not repeat. Custom every day, and then we go. Yeah. Okay. Save. This was school pretty much every day, guys. Some days I had like study periods um, between my break. So like in the last year of school, you have study breaks. So like you wouldn't go to all four. We had four classes normally a day, four long classes, an hour and a half each, roughly. Sometimes we'd only have three classes. Sometimes we only have two classes, and the other two or other one that we didn't have was like a study break. So we just study in the class, doing our own thing. Some days we'd leave early, but those days, for example, Thursdays we'd leave. So we can go, you can drag it actually like this. We'll leave it this time. Just this event. You want to only do that one. Monday I'd leave it early. First of all, we don't have school on Sunday. What am I doing? This event. We don't have school on. Oh, forgot to talk. How did I forget that? I have school. Specific things like this. This event. I had to wake up at like this time because on Saturday I had Saturday school. Believe it or not, I had Saturday school. This event. And it was exactly from 7:45. I would leave home like around 7:30 actually, so this is kind of inaccurate, but it would go from 8:30 start. By the time I left home 7:30, I would get to school around like 40, 50 minutes after. Class would go on to 11:45. I'd be home by 12:30. And this was it was language school. I'm gonna make it similar color. Just this event, okay? Done. Okay, and then Monday would leave early. We'll leave it this time. Yeah. No. Wait, hold on. Monday I'd leave at similar time. I didn't have the last. No, that was Tuesday. That's right. That was Tuesday would leave at this time. And then it would change, guys. I can't do 1 week. Some weeks it would be different. But I'm just gonna say this week we also left at this time. Just to give it the benefit of the doubt. Okay. School's done. Next event. School. Let's do the study. Morning routine is done. Food is done. 10K steps done. So you can actually go create, and you can just do a task as well. Like, you can go like hit 10K plus steps plus what was that? 150-gram protein and macros. So I would also go like this, and you can actually just turn it down a little bit so you can see it. Done. You go like this, and then you would try to duplicate it if you can. If you can't, just add it on every day. But like I wouldn't add this into my calendar, honestly. I wouldn't add this into my calendar. So that being said, done, done, done. We haven't done study yet. We've done this one. Let's add our studies. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm gonna go study. I'm gonna make it like own study, and we'll make it similar color to. No, I'll just make it yellow again. Who cares? And I would literally just do blocks of like 60 minutes, guys. I would literally do. What am I doing? Okay. Study. I would do in the evening. In the evening. The evening. I wouldn't study on Sunday. Sometimes it was always around. It was always around like what time was it? It was before training, between school and training. So it was like this. 4:30. No, it was like 4 to like 6. I'm gonna say, guys, sometimes I wouldn't even study every day, and like it was like an hour and an hour and a half. It was about smart studying, which I'll talk about in a different video. So I'll just do that, and I'll do uh, custom. It was only for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm gonna say Saturday, and then end on obviously the August, and then on Tuesday, Thursday, yeah, this was it. Saturday, I would do it maybe like directly after school while I had food. And then look, what I'll do, because I used to, well, every time I studied, I would eat like lunch. So I'd go food plus study. And I change the color so it's not confusing. All events. Done. Perfect. Now we've done like the habits, the task. Now all we're missing is the football and the training aspect. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back to here. Go here. Monday. So let's go day by day. Okay. I had individual session just once in the morning. Field session. This was before school, so I would come home at 8 latest. So I would leave. Yeah, this is when I would leave. Like, well, this is the days I had to wake up at 6, the day before, like a day before I would sleep earlier. So I could do this. And I'll come home around this time. It was like an hour and a bit of session in the morning, light session to start the off. Sometimes it was intense depending on the mood. I'm gonna make this actually green, dark green. See what would happen then. Duplicate, and then I just put this 16th of August, the 17th of August. Let's say this is 6. Ah, whatever. I was just trying to add this one. But anyway, so I'll wake up here. And then after my session, like I would literally just have a piece of fruit. I wouldn't eat. And then I would come home, do my morning routine then. Yeah, then I would eat food. Just this event. And then this would have, sometimes this was rushed. I didn't have as much time, obviously, for school. So I would do starting from 8, and I would do about 45 minutes. Yeah, done. I would rush it, and I would get it done in 45 minutes. I don't know why it's. Yeah, it was like this. Yeah, perfect. And then. What am I doing? This is Sunday. No, it's the same thing. It's just Inspect this. This event, and then bring this down here. This event, and we put it here. Morning routine. I'll wake up at the. I'll do Sunday first because the column is for. I thought it was a Monday, so I'm gonna do the. Yeah, I'll have a relaxed. I would sleep a bit longer because I was sleeping till 9, like an hour and a bit extra because it was match day. Um, so that's what I would do for Sunday. No, what am I talking about? This is. I was working a job. Oh my god, I was working. I was up at like 6:30 ish. And then my morning routine was super. Sometimes I would skip. I didn't have time to just. Now, like here, I didn't have time. See my schedule. I would have a job, dishwashing job. It was from like, be generous. I'm gonna say it was from 8 till like when I had a match later. I'm gonna assume. Wait, this wasn't my. Oh, what am I? Is it? Yeah. Yes. When I had a match on Saturdays, because look, guys, I had either match on Saturday or Sunday. So it would depend. My shift hours would depend on those. If I had a match, let's assume I have a match on Sunday. Okay. I wouldn't work my usual. Normally it would go up to like here because I didn't have a match. But when I have a match, it would be more like here or like here. I'll say here. Switching job. I'm assuming we have a match. Okay. Job. Cool. I'm gonna go like this. It was like this. I'll be honest. It was way more like this than the other way around. And then I'm gonna go get ready, food and drive to match. 30 minutes done. A bit longer. And then I had to arrive at like usually 1. Match day versus whatever. This would last. We'd kick off at like 3. No, kick off. Yeah, so I'm gonna say 5 hours. We'd come home around this time. Yes. Then I'd do study for a little bit, like super super light. Some days I'd skip this and go family time, shower, relax, family time. And then I'll just make this like yellow. I know I said color coding, so since it's part of like a routine, I'm just gonna make it. Hold on a second. These events need to be different color because they don't match. There we go. Little details matter, guys, in these type of things. Little details matter heaps. And then I would put this as part of my routine because it was like a routine. So you want to color code things. Sleep is always blue, training is always, football is always green, school is always this color. Studying so it's easy to understand. Okay, Sunday is sorted. Look, Sunday's packed. Sunday's packed. Monday is what I'm talking about. We had the session, school, and then Monday we had. Now we can do this, guys. Now we can go here. And then we can go. Okay, so Sunday's done. Individual session, school, gym with club. Spend time with friends. Go beach, eat food. Maybe sometimes, because you guys gotta understand, like in Australia, it's so common. You just finish school. It was summer, like around that time, you just go swim at the beach. Like great day. One of your friends picks you up, and you just go for a swim. No, you or we play basketball. One of the two. It was like that. I'm gonna put it as uh, color would be like some color I haven't used. I'm gonna use this color, and then club gym session. It was like from 6 to 8, yeah, roughly. And I'm gonna make it just go away, man. Yeah, I'm gonna make it this color, club gym session. Shower, food with fam, and relax. Like, I'm not gonna go super hard the day after a match, even though we did. Like, it's not a problem. I would actually like this because you want to do as more work day after a match day plus one, so you have more time to recover before the next game, which is in 6 days after that. So that's giving you plenty of time to recover. Done. And then we have Tuesday. Monday's done. School, club, training, and then study. School, club, training. Wait, I can do this now because I haven't put my club training session yet. Club training would be always like from. It would always be like 2.5 hours. I'm gonna say like this. Yeah. It would always be like this. I'm gonna be does not repeat custom. It was Tuesday, Thursday on one day. Then end on guys, by the way, this is not accurate. I'm just using this like I'm using August because it was an empty slot. So but this was like in 2023. I'm talking about 2023. This is not 2025. Okay. Um, to make it green, but a bit lighter shade, so we know the difference between. Oh, what's going on? Don't have this. Don't have this here. Don't have this here. Done. Here was like again, friends, basketball. Would go basketball after school or come home and nap. I used to either like I would need naps back then. Like looking back, I could have dialed in my nutrition a bit more to not have naps, but this is what I was doing at the time. I'm gonna make it the same color as the other one. Just like that. I just be exhausted from these 2 days, and that's why maybe I had to take a nap there. But that's literally the truth be told. Okay, that's it. Chill. Tuesday's done. Wednesday, gym, school study. Gym, school. Okay. Here I'll do the same. I'd wake up a bit earlier than usual so I could go to the gym. Gym, upper and abs. I don't know, just giving some example. Actually, I have no idea if that was what I was doing. This was like years ago. Absolutely like years ago. Gym, school, study done. Thursday, gym, school, club, training, study. This was a heavy day, the last heavy day before a match. Now we'll do the exact same. I don't know. Mid-stem. No idea. Like that. I'll go like this. This would be sorted. Gym, school, club, training, study done. Friday, school, club, training, family. This is important day. Friday, school, club, training. Yeah. No, sorry. This wasn't. Yeah. This was didn't have club training. I had an individual session, but I'm not gonna leave that. I'm gonna go like this: dinner or go outside with fam. This was from like 6 all the way to 9. Let's just overestimate it. This is from what I remember. Done. Yeah. Good day, just good vibes. I would probably spend. I would either play. I remember. I would either play basketball with friends, mates, or do a light technical session. That's literally, I think that's what I would do. I'd do some wall passes, whatever it was. I would just do something to like this. Yeah. Here, what would happen? I just remembered now. On Wednesday, I would have like I don't know, like 30 minutes. I just remembered I would study more on days where I didn't have much to do, and I would break it into like blocks of 90 minutes. Break my study here. Study break. I would do like I don't know exactly, but I would have like breaks between 60-minute blocks or 90-minute study blocks I had. I would just have breaks. So I would place them like this. Perfect. Done. Saturday, last most important, which was my refereeing. It wasn't every single week, but when it happened, it was like usually from 4 to. No, wait. What am I doing? No, it was directly after work. I'm just gonna leave it as it is now. I'll fix it later. But I'm gonna just like this, change it so like that. You know what? It was like this. I had food, get ready for refing and leave. So I would come home, I would shower, and I would like in an hour I'd have to go because the refereeing was early. And I'd go till like 6. I'm gonna say 5:30. Yeah. Come home. Then I would study. I had optional. So I'll make it like this. I'll make it an hour. It was an hour and a half if I studied. Okay. Dinner, shower, family, relax. A second. But that's pretty much it, guys. This was my average week when I was 16, balancing school, 2 jobs, football, social life, all at once. See how it's perfectly balanced? I'm doing everything. But you got to understand, like, this is severe productivity. There's not a single hour of your day being wasted. You have to always do something. See? Not a single hour. So I have like breaks here. That's it. Like this is what my life looked like for a year. That's why I was able to achieve like crazy, crazy results with my career, guys. It wasn't easy to achieve these results. It wasn't easy to get a top 1% mark, have applause in front of hundreds. It wasn't easy to make my debut. It wasn't easy to get into the best university. It wasn't easy to get to where I am now. Like these things have been in work in progress for a very, very long time. And the number one thing that's helped me balance all these things at once was having my plan like this and scheduling it like in weeks advance using Google Calendar. Super, super handy, super clutch. And I don't ever want to hear any of your excuses again saying, oh, I don't have time. You have more time than you can fathom. I promise you, there's not one person watching this video who was more busy than me at 16, who had all these things at once. I promise you. Because exception, I'm telling you. But again, you can be an exception. You just need to plan everything like this. When you plan everything like this, your time doesn't go to waste. Everything that you're doing is done with intent, with purpose. Your time becomes valuable. You have less free time, so you pay attention when you have to, and the free time you get given, you enjoy that to the fullest. It helps with a lot of things other than just planning and improving, guys. It helps you become a better person, more organized, more, unbreakable. It helps your mindset. It's not easy to wake up every day, guys, like this. Go to bed early, knowing that you have to wake up early the next day. It's not easy to do all these things, guys, but it must be done to get the results you want. But hope you guys found a lot of value in this video. Again, it's super, super valuable, in my opinion. I don't think anyone's going to drop this much knowledge. Implement this, see how you go. Keep me guys updated. Like, send me a message on Instagram what you guys think. Comment below underneath this video what you thought about this video, guys. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I think just a follow in appreciation and in response to the value I'm providing should be much, much appreciated. Any video suggestions, any ideas you guys might have, just comment below. I always read them, and I might even use one of your ideas in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want me to create the whole ecosystem for you to become the player that you want, like I've done with 200 of my other players inside EFA, my mentorship, then click the first link in the description or just DM me the word EFA saying that you've watched this specific video to me on Instagram, and my team will see if they can help you guys out. We'll see what we can do to get you to that next level. But I'm sure you guys have got plenty of value from this video. Hit the like button, comments, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.